Hey folks, it's Holy Joe Rock and Roll. I'm coming at you live and unscripted, and these are my predictions for 2015. But real quick, 2014, a great year for my predictions. I don't want to say anything else. I just invite you to check out my video from 2014 and see how accurate I have been. It's uncanny, and I believe it's a gift from God. 2015, what's going on? Real quick also, I wanted to say I apologize for this video coming out a little bit late. Usually I like to do this by January the 6th, but this year I was on vacation until January the 12th. But here we are, 2015. What's going on? America is going to be doing just fine. Oil prices are going to continue to go down. 2015, I'm predicting $30 for a barrel of oil. 30 handle at least. 30 handle. So where's the bottom? $30 in 2015. There is not going to be an increase in the price of oil until sometime next year. What does that mean for the U.S.? Let's talk about the U.S. It's great for American consumers, and in fact for all consumers of oil. Be they end users, consumers like you and me, or companies. These companies are going to have a huge tailwind. It's going to be great for them. It's going to be great for the consumer who, when you used to fill up your tank for $100, now it's $50, $40. That's a huge difference. It's going to be a boom for the consumer packaged goods companies, whether they be discretionary or otherwise. Because think about it, what do you usually see at a gas station? You see beverages and you see cigarettes. So those who are smoking are going to have a lot more money in their pockets, and that $10 a pack habit is not going to go away. So those are just a few of my predictions for the U.S. It's going to be a good year. Yeah, there's going to be some dislocation in the oil patch, but I believe it's going to smooth out. There'll be some tapering, even drastic tapering of CapEx, but productions are going to continue to rise, and that's why I'm predicting this $30 handle on oil in 2015. Okay, U.S. is going to be doing good. I'm predicting that the S&P 500, so the market is going to go up because of that, roughly 9.5% in 2015. Why? Real quick, oil companies make up about 10% of the S&P. They are being crushed. They've already been crushed. And 90% of the companies are going to benefit from lower oil. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. What else? U.S. That's my U.S. predictions pretty much. Let's go over to Europe. And the dollar. The dollar is going to get stronger. The dollar is going to go to parity and beyond against the euro. Why? No more quantitative easing from the U.S. That was the whole predication of the weak dollar. Why the dollar was getting weaker is that the Fed was printing money, going to cause inflation. Everybody shorting the dollar, buying the euro. There's no reason for the euro to be stronger than the dollar. Just think about it. Where's all the economic growth coming? Where's all the invention coming from? It's more or less coming from the United States. The dollar is getting stronger against all of these European currencies. The dollar is about 20% stronger against the Polish zloty. And actually all of these currencies that are not European, they're not euro denominated. So Poland, Czech Republic, Hungary, great time for Americans or anyone earning dollars to come to Europe, the entire Europe, whether it's Eurozone or not. By midsummer, we're looking at parity. So that €5 cappuccino, which used to cost $8, is now only going to cost you $4.99. So might be a great time to come to Europe. I'm encouraging it. So that's Europe, muddling along. The new Europe is going to grow a little bit better than old Europe. But old Europe is definitely the sick man of the world. The sickest man. The sickest man in Europe is Greece. Will Greece finally leave the Eurozone and adopt its own currency? I wish it would. I hope it does. But for some reason, I don't think it will in 2015. This is my prediction. It will stay in the Eurozone. Even though personally, I feel that it should leave. But I don't think it will in 2015. China. If you think about my predictions from 2014, they pretty much came true. The ghost cities and real estate bubble that is still happening in China, it is tapering down, but that source of growth for the Chinese economy is pretty much tapered out. And double-digit growth for China is over. We're looking at about 6 to 7% GDP growth for China in 2015. The predictions that China's GDP would surpass that of the United States by 2020, it's over. It's over, folks. China will continue to grow at a modest pace. Hey, 5, 7%, be happy to get that. But it's definitely not. The days of the double digits is over. Well, let's talk about the BRICs, right? China's part of the BRICs. I've already kind of touched on China. So many people who hate America think that the BRICs and the BRICS investment bank are going to somehow challenge the World Bank and the IMF. It's played out, folks. Before it can even get started, it's played out. Let's talk about the BRICs. B, Brazil. Game over. Pretty much their economy was based on exporting raw materials to China. And again, China's growth is down. The dollar is stronger. Commodity prices are down. Brazil, down. R, Russia. 80% of their GDP is based upon or dependent upon exports of natural gas and oil. The dollar's strong. Gas prices down. Right? It used to be about 32 rubles to the dollar. Now it's 65 rubles to the dollar. Russia, down. BRI. India. India just seems to not be able to get out of its way. It had a few positive momentum shifts, but it seems to have petered out. There's still a lot of corruption and just poverty and just... Long term, there's probably is hope for India, but as the world's largest democracy, it's not going to be in 2015. Sorry. And C, we talked about China, the last initial in BRIC, BRICs. Anyway, BRICs was just a term that some guy made up. And he, in fact, recently came out and said, it's over, it's game over. So I agree with him. The BRICs, the story of the BRICs, pretty much petered out for those reasons. And those are my predictions for 2015 for the BRICs. So I covered the U.S., positive GDP growth, 9.5% S&P market for the U.S., another positive year. Europe muddling along, Eurozone flat, maybe 1% growth. Formerly known as Eastern Europe, the new Europe, a little bit better than that, but not much, because they are heavily dependent on exports to Western Europe. So not that good, but not bad. Not bad, all things considered. China, as I said, 5 to 7% GDP growth in 2015, if we can believe the Chinese numbers. And I talked about the BRICs. These are my predictions for 2015. Again, I encourage you to look at 2013 and 2014, see how accurate I have been. And I thank you for watching. I hope you stay with me in 2015. I got a lot of stuff coming up. And until next time, take care and make it a great 2015. I'm Holy Joe Rock and Roll. Peace out.